Hi there friends and welcome back to episode 6 of my spaced out playthrough series. I'm Icon and today I plan on doing a few things, as usual of course. We will start and recycle that water when the time has come. For now I don't really see that time to come for now because it's gonna be fine. We don't need to worry about this for now. So instead I want to proceed with my expansion down here for today because I felt like this is one of the more important things. Insufficient oxygeneration. By now this room is completely fine. Amazing. So, well, we will produce a little bit more of oxygen here. So, where do we suffer shortages in general? So, how about here? I'm gonna put a nifty little LJ terrarium in here. Okay, food has decayed. Okay. Yeah, a refrigerator. That was something I had on my mind since, like, forever. Always didn't think of it. Okay, now then. Expansion down here. So what I really want to do to begin with is I want to create more of a protection zone around this. So let's do it for now like this. Oh, no, not like that. So, just like that. Alright. I want to be very careful with this building project, because if this whole thing caves in around me, with its sand and such, I will be in big trouble. Fluids... When fluids go out of control, it's never a good thing, you know. So there's a lot of carbon dioxide down there. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem here. So, just gonna drop a few oxygen diffusers here. Neither power nor LJs should be a problem. Oh, I forgot to plug them in. There we go. So, my new sanitary area here is not being used at all. So, let's deconstruct those. I'm not sure what I will do with this area here afterwards, but I do know that I will deconstruct everything here. Alright, let's fast forward on this. So what's next on the research for me? Ranching. Let's do this. Critter drop off, critter feeder, fish release. Yeah. I remember a lot of these things. Just been a long time since I was experimenting around with all those. And I feel like this game is one of those where you have to admit that there's way more stuff to do than you can and will realistically do during your first playthrough. Or, well, maybe that's not entirely true, but I think my thought is understandable at this point. So, let's see. Let's check out the diagnostics. So, we... Okay. Battery power is dropping, but, well, Not too surprised about that. I keep plugging in new electricity consumers after all, so... So... Look at that, there's not enough dirt in there for my oxyferns. It's not dirty enough in here. Alright. So down there would be a huge pocket of hydrogen too. Gotta be careful with that as well. Probably got to dig around that a little bit. I don't want to aggravate Doom there, you know. So how about going for a solution like this? Alright. It definitely should give me what I want here. Max gas pressure. Oh, they can't work because... Oh dear. So... There's no room for more gas there, so these are completely useless at this point. So I need to get rid of the carbon dioxide, basically. Do I have more oxyfern seeds? Let's see. Seed. I do have 0 units of oxyfern seeds. Too bad. Hatchling. Well, if I would be already ready for ranching, I would go for that, but no. Let's reject those for now. I don't want stuff I don't see any use for right now. Royal Flush. Replace all the outhouses and wash. Aww. Ain't that lovely. So, how do we get rid of that stuff? Ventilation. Controls the gas volume permitted through pipes. Draws in gas and runs it through pipes. Gas filter. Sifts one gas from the air, sending it into a dedicated pipe. Canister filler. Canister emptier. Gas vent. So... what should we do about that? I mean... ranching research complete. Good stuff. I don't think that the carbon dioxide problem will be a lasting one, but nevertheless we need to bring in a 1 or 2 gas pipes here. I would say we even do 2 of them. Gas pumps, I mean. And then I will just pump out all that carbon dioxide because people can't work down here. You know? The only question would be, where do I pump that stuff into? And how do I find out how the gas pressure is somewhere? Let's see. Light overlay, plumbing overlay, ventilation overlay, Deca overlay, farming room automation. So... yikes, that looks weird. Light overlay. So yeah, we're basically... suffering from a lack of room here for the gas. But there's gonna be even more of that stuff. That's why I started to think about the problem, you know? So... let's see. Oops. I keep want to rotate things with the R button because that just feels natural to me. So we have to sadly deconstruct those things again. Here. So we're gonna input it there, and we have to configure it that it only takes in carbon dioxide, and then I hope it's going to output the carbon dioxide in there. And at the same time I could try, let's try to make it a cycle. Let's see if I have enough room for that. But I think I should. So, intake is the white one. Alright. It's a little bit cramped in here, so that's something I do learn that I shouldn't do in the future again. But let's see, gas bridge is a thing too. So, oh wait a sec, we can't just use it here. Can I do it like that? Yes, awesome. And then I'll just try and release the oxygen back in there, you know. Let's see, I have no clue if that works, but if it works, it's gonna be quite fun. If not, I have tried around with gas. It's really important for this game to just experiment around. If you don't, you miss a lot of the game. So, let's see. I do enjoy those experiments a lot because you don't receive any punishments if stuff doesn't work out as you want it to, you know? Just doesn't matter. You can just deconstruct stuff and then you're good. But the only thing you can't do is getting things back under control without any effort. Like, if the gas is in your colony, then the gas is in your colony. So saving and loading might be sometimes absolutely in order. Okay. Just want to wait until everything here has been finished before I switch on the machines. Because this whole system here only will make sense if everything is connected. But now it shouldn't be any problem anymore. Only thing I didn't do yet is this one is supposed to just filter out oxygen. I wonder if I did, if I wouldn't, well, maybe I need to, just realized I'll just I wonder if I need to connect them like that, but we're gonna see. So... the building's gas output does not have a pipe connected. So... is that so? Looks like... well, it looks to me a lot like it does, so... but no, they actually didn't. Okay. So what's happening here? Gas vent overpressure. High gas to liquid pressure in this area is preventing further gas emission. Reduce pressure by pumping gas away or clearing more space. Yeah. Just like I thought. So, no gas output. Let's see. That's not true. I have this output here. Gas vent overpressure. Okay. But I think I... again, just forgot to install something there. So yeah, what's happening here is they don't seem to be able to... yeah, this room is just too small to... okay, so in theory everything seems to work out, but in practice I think everything here is just too small. But what does happen here is I do transport away a few of those gases. It does work to some degree. It does work to some degree. Actually better than I thought. Maybe I was just pessimistic. There's just almost no room in there to do what I want to do, but at the same time... I feel like we are finally able to transport some of that carbon dioxide away. So basically, whenever there's a possibility there, we do pump something away. Filtered gas output. But at the same time... I think I am misunderstanding something here, because there's still oxygen pouring out of this. The there's a filtered output. Okay. I completely understood this wrong there. So the orange one will output the filtered medium, and the green one will output the other stuff. So now I understood what went wrong there. And now I have to just deconstruct a lot of things here. So... let's redo this one more time. Now that I actually know what I'm doing here. Don't deconstruct the whole pump here, though. Okay, so now let's do this one more time. So, ventilation. We will need the gas filter here. So, I want to do this like that. Now, wait a sec. This is turned the wrong way. So, here. Intake, yes, perfect. Alright, we put in these materials here, and then we let those pipes cross through this here as well, because it does need, they do need that. And now we can configure this one. So we're going to create carbon dioxide into this direction. Now let's put a vent on that. And whatever's left over here can be vented there. And now this one will be quite a similar case, but I do want to do it like this. So how about that? Oh, I can't build there. I see. Well, we're gonna stick with this solution then. That's okay. Alright, so let's see if this will work out better than my original plan. I'm pretty sure it will. So, and this one will be only outputting oxygen in this scenario. And now... So... we can output... Wait a sec, how did I configure it now? This one is oxygen. So we're gonna output the oxygen down here. And that's just gonna be connected like this. This is just a gas pipe. And I'll just vent out the rest of the carbon dioxide here. I don't care that I will have two vents like that, but this place is not supposed to be beautiful. Alright. This whole thing here is more a practice of me trying if I understood the whole process chain correctly. Because it's not really that extremely useful here, what I'm doing. You know? It's not one of the most important structures to be created, but it will make it so that my folks here will be finally able to breathe down here again. Or, well, they will generally able to breathe down here. So, ventilation overlay, that's the one I'm looking for. So, wait a sec. This connection here is not desired. Okay, but it's downtime for now. Because what's happening now is I'm outputting this stuff here because we accidentally created a crossing here. Wait a sec, this won't be working at all anyways. So I really have to put that gas bridge somewhere else. Oh, new printables are available. Okay. That's what I love about this game. This is, it's complicated in every single friggin' aspect. No, I don't want new people here. Joshua. Electrical engineering. Okay. I'm struggling to just adjust my gas here. So, let's let him sleep and see what'll happen here. So I'd say I'll need my gas bridge somewhere else, and then everything should be fine. So this kind of work in such a narrow area is really, really exhausting. So we're out. We need that because otherwise nothing will work. And we're outputting that stuff back there, and since it's the heaviest gas, I will output it back down. And there we go. So carbon dioxide goes here. Let's see if that'll work. Alright. At least I finally managed to understand how the gas filters and all this stuff is supposed to work. So let's see. But we're piping oxygen down there. But at the same time, this one is not being used. There's no motion here. Okay. Jeez. One day we will be done with this, promise. But at least we're now pumping oxygen down there, so I mean that's already some kind of a progress, you know. Oh, look at that, it's in motion again. So yeah, we're finally... It's working out fine. Absolutely doing what it should. The only thing I'm not so happy about is that this guy here seems to be not working as often as I want him to. So it seems like it was a dumb choice to connect those two pumps here together. So I'm gonna deconstruct that one. And then let's see. But overall, I'm quite happy. I mean, we're enabling ourselves to progress down here. So, there we go. So all I'd need now would be to connect this pump here into the system. And then the same thing would go here. And someday soon those oxyferns will be done with that. But right now I'm making sure that all the oxygen is leaving this place if possible. And yeah, I like that. I really like what I did there. Cool. So it worked out. With a lot of mistakes, but I really am always happy to show you all those mistakes I'm doing, because I always feel like there's so much to learn from somebody who's doing mistakes. I always feel like if I'm watching somebody who's making everything right, I have a really hard time replicating the success. Whereas if I try to learn from somebody experimenting around, it's, well, a lot more organic. So next episode, I think we will have acquired enough polluted water to start the filtration process there too. Because we need to replenish our water sources quite soonish. I mean, there is lots of water here available. Good water. So we won't be suffering any shortages from that, but at the same time I will need to make these places not ruin my life, you know. Alrighty, so let's see, let's finish this. Oh, they're out of power. Well, those pumps are quite demanding. I mean, this whole system is basically draining the coal power completely, but I don't mind. Because most of that will be just shut off later. Right now, I just wanted to get rid of all the accumulated carbon dioxide. Oxyfuran can do. Alright. So all I'd need now would be to connect this bad boy into this grid, and that's all we'd need. And that's why I'm not too worried about the situation here in general. I mean, another option would be to just pump that carbon dioxide into some pockets where there's still room for it. But that's something I consider quite dangerous after all. But yeah, there's not enough power here to keep that whole thing running. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna simply battery it up a little bit. And maybe just build another one here. Because, you know, what I created here is basically just like the infrastructure for creating more coal power plants. I just would like to see if I can acquire more Oxyfuran. Let's see. Duplicant skills. Devon. Improved farming and critter ranching. That's what I wanted to have. So I used the batteries to store some energy in the downtimes, because that's when we won't need them. And yeah, so we need to connect those again. And then I should have enough power to facilitate that beast. I absolutely plan on shutting it down later. Like, one day, I guess we won't be running those many pumps anymore. But for now, I'm really, really happy to have a network creating a cycle of fresh oxygen for the rest of my base. That's really good. Okay, we're already in overtime. Thanks so much for watching, friends. I mean, it's working out somehow. We're pumping in carbon dioxide into this room and pumping out fresh oxygen. So we're getting out the maximum efficiency out of those Oxyfurans. Alrighty, friends, so drop me a comment down below, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. As usual, you know I love to get your support, and I hope mostly that you had a good time and come back soon again. See you then, friends. Bye-bye.